The number one thing is he's going to be that closer in the fourth quarter, right? And he's the greatest scorer to ever touch the damn basketball in my eyes. Now, with that being said, he has zero excuses. This is the best situation, the best team that he has been on since he played in Golden State.
Just last week, Game 2. After missing multiple games with an injury, Kevin Durant is finally back.
Kevin Durant had a right knee injury that forced him.
Here comes KD, he's going to control. Picked up, though, tough by Smart. Elbow jumper.
First half, 20 points. The crowd is loud. The energy is real. Then the second half starts, 3 points, 9 turnovers. You can feel the shift in real time. The other side takes over. The game slips away. And just like that, they fall to 0-2. Before the post-game presser even starts, the question is already everywhere. Is KD the problem? It keeps coming up. Every stop, every exit, every collapse. So today we're going all the way back and all the way through. Is Kevin Durant the problem? Or is he just the most talented victim of bad situations in NBA history? This wasn't an accident. Houston built this team exactly the way they wanted. The Rockets finished 52-30, 5th seed in the West, built around a genuinely exciting young core. Schengen, Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, real energy, real upside. What they didn't have was a proven closer in big moments. So they went out and got one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. Traded Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks to make it happen. KD signed a 2-year, $90 million extension. The city bought in. And in the regular season, it worked. Even at 37, Durant put up 26 points, 5.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists per game, shooting 52% from the field across 78 games. Exactly what they paid for. Then the playoffs hit, Game 1. Durant sits with a right knee contusion. Lakers win 107-98. Luke Kennard drops 27 points. Game 2, KD returns. And we already know how that ended. Down 0-2, season on the brink. And an entire fan base wondering if the man they gave up everything for is the reason they're standing in this hole. To understand why this debate never dies, you have to go back to where it started. Durant was drafted 2nd overall in 2007.
With the 2nd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Kevin Durant from the University of Texas.
By 2012, at just 23, he dragged a young Thunder team, Westbrook, Harden, Ibaka, all the way to the NBA Finals. Lost to LeBron's Heat in 5, but the foundation was electric. 4 scoring titles, the 2014 MVP season, 32 points a game. The speech that made grown men cry. OKC wasn't just a good team, they were the future, and Durant was the heart of it. Then he left. July 2016, Durant signs with Golden State, not just any Warriors team, the 73-win Warriors, the team that had just knocked him out of the playoffs after blowing a 3-1 lead. The backlash was immediate and brutal. Took the easy way out. Super team. Bus rider. The narrative stuck because deep down, fans felt something had been broken. The OKC story deserved a different ending, but on the court, he was dominant. Back-to-back championships, back-to-back finals MVPs. 35 points per game in the 2017 finals. The Warriors became one of the greatest dynasties in sports history. And Durant was the piece that made them genuinely unbeatable. 2 rings, 2 finals MVPs, every box on the resume checked. So why does the super team label follow him harder than it follows almost anyone else in the league? Because winning alongside greatness didn't close the case, it just changed the question. Fans stopped asking, can KD win a title? And started asking, can KD build one? And every chapter since has been his attempt to answer that. Brooklyn was supposed to be the answer. Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden. The Scary Hours era built for a dynasty. Instead, it became one of the most chaotic stretches in recent NBA history. KD missed the entire 2019-20 season on his Achilles rehab. Kyrie's off-court sagas became full-time tabloid material. Harden demanded a trade mid-season and was shipped to Philly. The 2021-22 Nets finished 44-38 and missed the playoffs. And when it all fell apart, Durant requested a trade, then rescinded it, then requested it again, and eventually landed in Phoenix. This is where the pattern starts to become impossible to ignore. OKC left. Brooklyn requested out. Phoenix, it withered within 2 seasons. Houston, now shaking. Every destination had chaos, but KD was always in the center of the frame. Here's what separates Durant's story from other stars who change teams. LeBron left Cleveland, but he came back and delivered a championship. He stayed through the storm in Miami when things got hard. Steph Curry signed an extension with Golden State when the roster was being rebuilt around him. Durant's pattern is different. When environments fracture, his response is to find the exit. Critics say that's not leadership, and that's avoidance. That the greats don't leave when it gets messy. They fix it. Supporters counter that nobody could have fixed what was happening in Brooklyn, and they're not entirely wrong. But at some point you have to ask, why does it always get messy around Kevin Durant specifically? This is where the real debate lives, and it goes deeper than basketball. Leadership isn't measured in points per game. Steph Curry builds culture through genuine joy. LeBron builds it through relentless accountability. The question about Durant has always been, what does his culture look like? Look at his off-court presence. While most stars maintain distance from the noise, KD has been caught engaging trolls at 2 a.m.
Not like this before.
I'm here to troll. That's like my coffee in the morning.
Yes.
Like, I've been knowing KD for a very long time. Yeah, he one of us. He like one of me.
Debating anonymous fans about his legacy. And the criticism isn't just that it looks bad publicly, it's what it signals internally.
People coming here never picked up a basketball, never ran full speed in their life, never got their heart rate up before, and they tell you how to approach the game.
When the face of your franchise is that reactive to outside opinion, it filters down. It creates an environment of individual focus when you need collective sacrifice. Players notice, coaches notice. The counter-argument is just as real. KD is one of the most authentic, unfiltered stars we've seen in a generation. He doesn't hide behind PR. He loves this game more than almost anyone alive. Maybe his sensitivity isn't a flaw. Maybe it's just what happens when you're wired to compete at that level. But in a playoff series, when your team is down 0-2 and needs a voice in the huddle, the Twitter wars don't help anyone. Let's be honest, this case has 2 legitimate sides. KD's individual numbers haven't dipped. By almost every advanced metric, he's still a top 5 player in the league at 37 years old. That's not just good, that's historically rare. And the chaos, look at what he's actually dealt with. Kyrie Irving, one of the most unpredictable personalities in sports history. Phoenix, a front office that didn't build around him properly. Houston, Game 1. An injury he had 0 control over. At what point is that just genuinely bad luck? Some players win rings because they happen to be in the right place at the right time. Is it fair to judge Durant by dysfunction that, at least in part, wasn't his doing? Kevin Durant is one of the 10 greatest players to ever play this game. That part isn't debatable. The debate is whether he's a builder. In OKC, he built something and walked away from it. In Golden State, he joined something already built and maximized it. In Brooklyn, he tried to start something and watched it fall apart. In Phoenix, it never got off the ground. And now, in Houston, it's shaking every chapter. Elite talent, real promise, and the same recurring question mark. Is he a basketball god trapped in a career of impossible situations? Or is the one constant across every chapter of this story the man in the jersey? Maybe it's both. Maybe the answer is more complicated than a YouTube comment can hold. But the Rockets are down 0-2. The season is on the edge. And Kevin Durant, the most talented scorer of his generation, is once again at the center of a question nobody seems able to answer. Bad luck or a pattern? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more debates like this, subscribe and hit the bell, because we're just getting started.